Everybody, no, not so much. Thank you, that was nice. You can come talk to me later if you're doing that. So my name is Jessica Pinehall. I'm the Director of Partner Marketing for the App Center. And what we're going to be talking about in the session today, old problems, new solutions. It's really about taking innovative new ways through innovative new companies, or some old companies. About finding innovative new ways to solve problems that have been sitting in your enterprise for a long time. Things that take too much time, take too much money, and you're thinking there's got to be a better way to do it. That's what the App Center is all about, and that's what this session is all about finding new ways through technology to be able to solve the very common business problems that you're all in.
Hi folks, how are you doing? My name is Joe Healy and I'm a Group Sales Manager with taxback.com. I'm here today to talk to you about, again, getting more cash back into your coffers through VAT reclaiming, and talk to you a little bit about how we're streamlining our solution through the App Center with Concur. So, Taxback was established in Dublin in 1996. We, from very humble beginnings, we now have 27 offices worldwide, over 730 staff, and we service 12,000 plus clients in 107 countries. We recover over €250 million in VAT each year and file over 280,000 tax returns. In 2010, we had revenue of 172 million. So, VAT. It's a tax levied on pretty much every transaction once your corporate travelers get off their flights in the EU. The EU created legislation which allows you, the corporate traveler, to recover that VAT. And we specialize in recovering it in 41 countries. So, how did we become the leading provider of VAT recovery solutions? Why did Concur choose to partner with taxback.com over 5 years ago? Well, to answer that question, I have to paint a picture for you of what VAT reclaim was like pre-Concur. So you had no data and you had no visibility as to what the opportunity was. So basically, a VAT audit team put on their mining helmets, turn on their torches, go into an archive and storage facility and look for eligible expenses in archive boxes without any clear idea as to what they were looking for. So basically, they got some, but they left far more behind. So we identified those issues and those problems. Accommodation meals, all the rest of it, there's massive challenges there. So we figured, okay, how are we going to close the gaps, maximize refunds, make this VAT recovery thing worthwhile for corporate clients? So we did this, we overcame these issues by our unique structure. First of those is our market expertise and capability. Taxback is the only fully owned VAT refund provider. We don't outsource any element of our solution. Everything we do for our corporate clients, we do ourselves. We don't use agents, we don't use the franchise model, we don't use joint ventures, we do it all ourselves. That allows us to generate bespoke solutions. Where that really comes into its own is when we deal with organizations that may have 4 entities using Concur, but there's another 16 that aren't on Concur yet. So we're going to need to develop 2 different solutions there to maximize the refunds, and we can do that through our structure. Then we have our centralized approach. We've got a client services and processing center in Varna in Bulgaria, where we've been for over 13 years now. So it's at this centralized location that we process all of our clients' documentation. And we speak 22 languages there, so we liaise with all of the international tax offices in their local languages. We've built up really strong tax office relationships, and you the client, can leverage off of those relationships. And I suppose most importantly, because it's one hub, and it's in a low cost base, we've got operational savings. Good news, we pass those operational savings directly on to you, the client, making us the lowest cost provider in the marketplace. And then the most important piece, and the piece that we're going to focus on today, is leveraging technology for learning. So I've described to you what it was like pre-Concur. Now let me describe to you what it's like post-Concur, and especially with this new App Center. We've developed a piece of software, and we developed it specifically with Concur in mind. It's called Sprinter, and you saw it in the animation. It's effectively a giant VAT refund calculator. So it's programmed with all of the rules and regulations for VAT reclaim in all of the 41 countries that have a VAT reclaim mechanism. It looks at the date of the transaction, the origin country of the traveller, the destination country, where did the expense occur in. It looks at the gross amount of the expense and the currency of the expense and the expense category code. So once we look at all of those pieces of information, which we get directly from Concur, Sprinter will know exactly how much VAT was paid on the transaction, but more importantly, it will know exactly how much of that VAT is recoverable. So when we report back to you, we let you know exactly what your member states of refund are and exactly what refunds are possible under each expense category code. So it's a powerful piece of information. And then while we recover for this VAT for you, we have a robust web-based online tracking solution which is live. So the VAT recovery process, how it works if we were to start working with you guys tomorrow morning. First and foremost, we look at, you click on a button with Center, they generate a tax-back data report, which comes directly to our secure server. Our technicians will download it and within 24 hours report back to you as to what your VAT reclaim opportunity is. All of the time when I start talking to organizations about VAT reclaim, especially here in the US, they say, well, yeah, we have some international travel, and I'm sure there is some VAT to recover, but it's not a whole pile. And then when I show them the VAT recovery opportunity from the Sprinter analysis, it's a jaw dropper because it always exceeds what they think it was going to be. So once we've identified the opportunity and once you like those numbers, we then set about VAT planning and training. How are we going to get at this VAT? What way have you got Concur implemented? Is it Concur travel? Is it Concur expense? So then we determine how we're going to audit the invoices for VAT recovery. Can we do it online using our unique audit function within Concur, which from our report we have the unique claim ID keys in Concur. We can then go in, look at the associated scanned images and recover the VAT that way. We can identify bad copies, we can identify missing invoices, and we have a document retrieval team that will go directly to your suppliers and get them back from them so that we can maximize the refund opportunity. And then, of course, we have the old-fashioned way, but it's a little bit better this time because now we're armed with the Sprinter analysis. We know what we're looking for when the auditor puts on the mining cap and goes into that darkened room. They do come back, by the way, they do come back, and we do recover that way still. And then finally, account management and tracking using our key account managers, using our web-based platform, and using our payments. So, bottom line, because of this fantastic Concur App Center launch, because of our unique relationship, which has been running for 5 years now, and because of one click of a button, you can now find out what is possible for VAT reclaim for your organization. And if you like what you see, then it's another very small click away from engaging TaxBack to put all of our muscle behind recovering that VAT for you. Thank you very much.